Are you looking for the best blenders? In this video, we will look at some of the 6 best blenders on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Cuisinart Evolution X RPB 100. The Cuisinart Evolution X cordless compact blender is more substantial and a bit pricier than others we tested. Its sleek packaging reflects the powerful model inside. It quickly and easily blends everything from our basic test smoothie to a piña colada. There were no stray bits of fruit, or even of the full-sized ice in our cocktail. Unlike others we tested, the Evolution X doesn't have a timed cycle. When you turn it on, it keeps running until you stop it. You'll need to keep watch and stop the blender when it looks like everything is blended. If you're making pesto or chopping walnuts, you can pulse the blender by pressing the button on and off. After you finish blending, you remove the blender cup from the bladed base and add a non-spill travel lid. That way, you can enjoy your drink on the go without feeling like you're drinking out of a blender jar. The Evolution X can blend for 22 minutes without losing power and takes about a minute to whiz a single drink. That means you can make a whole lot of smoothies or daiquiris on a single charge. With its larger size, this model may be better suited for large gatherings than after a spin class or on a hike. All of the pieces except the base can go in the top rack of the dishwasher. A charger comes with the blender. There's also a very thorough manual with clear instructions and a selection of enticing recipes. Number 2. Ninja Blast BC151. The Ninja Blast proves true to its name and blasts through smoothie ingredients to produce silky smooth results. In our testing, we marvel at how it handles frozen fruit and ice. It handles up to 18 ounces at once. We find this blender particularly easy to use. The light ring around the start/stop button changes color to indicate the state of the blender. For instance, green means the device is at full power. Purple means ready to blend. A single button press of the button activates a 30-second blend cycle. One thing that truly sets the Ninja Blast apart from the competition is its separate power and blend buttons. You must keep the vessel attached to the base while drinking. You can ensure the blender is off, so there's far less chance of accidentally starting a blend cycle. The lid to the Ninja Blast has a spout for sipping and a cover that securely latches to prevent spills. We also like the carry handle. This makes it easy to carry the blender or use a carabiner to attach it to the strap of a gym bag. While other blender jars simply twist-click into place, the jar of the Ninja Blast truly screws into the base. This adds peace of mind that the seal is secure. This isn't the lightest portable blender on our list. However, it feels particularly balanced. While drinking, it doesn't necessarily feel like you've got a blender under your cup. The Ninja Blast comes in 6 different colors, and the sipping lid matches the color of the base. A USB-C charging cable comes with the blender. However, it doesn't come with a wall plug. You'll need a separate USB plug block, or you can plug it into a USB outlet in your car or computer. Number 3. Blender X Cordless Portable Blender. Blender X is the Cadillac of portable blenders. It's by far the most expensive, as well as the largest and heaviest. It has the biggest capacity, easily making slushies or frozen mojitos to share. While it's powerful enough to crush ice and blend nuts, on some tests we found a few small pieces left unprocessed. We found it tricky to assemble the blade into the jar and the jar onto the base. The jar must be in an exact position before turning. It takes multiple tries to get it right. This was also the noisiest model we tested, according to lab results. To operate the Blender X, you hold the button for as long as you want to keep blending. While mixing a drink takes less than a minute, holding the switch that entire time can be tedious. It is good for pulse control when you're making something like pesto that shouldn't have a totally smooth texture. After blending, you replace the bladed lid with a drinking lid for a pleasant sipping experience. A dome lid covers the blade when the unit isn't running. This protects you from accidental nicks. Only the travel and blade lids can go in the dishwasher, which is minimally convenient. The Blender X comes with a substantial vinyl carrying case and a charger. Unfortunately, that charger requires an electrical outlet, with no USB option. That can limit its usefulness on the road. Number 4. Haute Pair Fresh Juice Personal Size Blender. If a small size is one of your top priorities, the Fresh Juice Personal Blender is worth your consideration. In our tests, it was able to tackle nuts, frozen fruits, and ice, creating thick, smooth textured drinks without any bits left behind. Because the mouth of the jar is narrow, we have to cut fruit into small pieces and crush ice cubes to get them into the jar. You can drink the finished smoothie from the blender or pour it into a glass. We find the design of the fresh juice with its loop handle attractive. However, we are not happy in its ease of use. The narrow opening of the jar was easy to drink from but difficult to fill. That was especially true with protein powder and leafy greens. The jar also has no measurements. As the print in the manual is small, it's difficult to read. All parts must be washed by hand. This blender gets a little messier than others because of the way the jar slips over the base. A cable with a magnetic charging base comes with the machine. That makes it very convenient to charge when you have a place to set the base down, but it could be inconvenient in the car. It also means you can't use a generic USB cable. The blender base and the jar lid are available in black, white, pink, and yellow. Number 5.
Pop Baby's Portable Blender.
Considering its low price, the Pop Baby's portable blender is surprisingly effective at blending. This blender includes a tray for making mini ice cubes. When we used these cubes and frozen fruit cut into small pieces, it created a thick, frosty smoothie and cocktail. It also pulverized the almonds in our protein shake into smithereens. After blending, the jar comes off the base so you don't feel like you're sipping from a blender. The blade remains in the bottom of the jar. The handle on the lid is easy to grasp. Our testing found it had a battery life of about 10 minutes, time enough to blend at least 10 smoothies. The mouth of the jar is narrow, making it pleasant to drink from but difficult to fill. Fortunately, an included funnel can help you add ingredients like protein powder. The jar features clear markings in both milliliters and ounces. All of the pieces, except for the base, can go into the dishwasher. Pop Babies comes in a variety of colors. As of April 29, 2024, this portable blender is discontinued. Number 6.
Devant Portable Blender.
The Devon portable blender doesn't have the energy to blend nuts or frozen ingredients. In fact, it struggles to process even fresh fruit or peanut butter. Bits of banana and strawberry often remained at the bottom of the jar, and kale and spinach came out in thick ribbons. Although this is the lowest priced blender we tested, we can't recommend it as a good value. The print in the instructions is so tiny that we literally had to pull out a magnifying glass to read it. All the parts require hand washing.